My friends, I want to tell you something today. Your mind is the workshop of your destiny. Every thought you permit to occupy it is shaping your tomorrow, whether you are aware of it or not. The world has already been brainwashing you. Every day, through what you hear, what you watch, and what you tell yourself, your mind is being programmed. The question is not whether you will be brainwashed, it is who will be in control of the programming. If you allow the world to dictate your thoughts, it will fill your mind with limitations, excuses, and fear. But if you take control and deliberately brainwash yourself with willpower, determination, and belief, then you will condition your mind into becoming a magnet for success. Your will is the master switch of your life. It determines whether you remain a prisoner of circumstance or rise to become the architect of your own future. This is not about luck, nor is it about talent. It is about mental control. Willpower is the ability to plant in your subconscious a single dominating thought, and to refuse all others until that thought becomes reality. Every great achievement began as a seed planted deep in the soil of the mind, watered daily by the will, and protected fiercely from the weeds of doubt. You must decide right now that your thoughts will serve you, not enslave you. You must feed your mind on the food of success until it hungers for nothing else. You must train your will to reject every whisper of defeat, every temptation to quit, every image of failure. This mental diet will transform your thinking, and when your thinking changes, your results will follow. People will call you obsessed. They will say you are unreasonable. Let them speak, for the world is built by those who refuse to think like the crowd. Every day affirm your goal. See it in your mind as clearly as you see the sun. Speak of it as if it is already yours. And when challenges appear, and they will, let your will stand guard at the door of your mind, refusing entry to fear. Understand this, success is not a chance event, it is a controlled mental state. Your outer life is nothing more than the mirror of your inner life. If you can dominate your thoughts with persistence, discipline, and faith, you will dominate your results. So brainwash yourself with belief until doubt cannot survive in your presence. Brainwash yourself with visions of achievement until they feel more real than your present reality. Brainwash yourself with the will to act every single day until your mind accepts nothing less than victory. Control your mind and you will control your life. Let your will do the brainwashing, and when it is done, there will be nothing in this world that can keep you from success. Every single day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you close your eyes at night, your mind is absorbing information, beliefs, and attitudes from the world around you. The music you listen to, the conversations you have, the news you consume, the people you spend time with, all of these are shaping your thinking in ways you may not even notice. This is programming. It's constant, it's powerful, and it's either working for you or against you. The truth is, you are never a blank slate. If you do not take charge of your mental conditioning, the world will do it for you, and it will not always be in your favor. That is why you must become the architect of your own mind, deliberately deciding what thoughts, ideas, and influences you allow to take root. The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds are planted will grow, whether they are weeds of fear and doubt or flowers of confidence and ambition. If you passively let anything be planted, you will end up with a garden overrun by what others have thrown in, negativity, limitations, and beliefs that hold you back. But when you intentionally choose what to plant, thoughts of strength, determination, vision, you begin to shape a mental environment that supports your goals. This requires vigilance. You must become aware of what you are consuming mentally and emotionally, and you must filter it relentlessly. Taking control of your mental conditioning means replacing passive acceptance with active selection. It means deciding that not every opinion deserves space in your mind, not every piece of news is worth your energy, and not every voice gets to influence your direction. You begin to feed your mind with only the content, the knowledge, and the inspiration that strengthens your will and aligns with your vision. You read books that expand your potential. You surround yourself with people who challenge you to rise higher. You listen to words that fuel your courage and ignite your determination. And you repeat these inputs until they become a part of your subconscious programming. This is not a one-time act, it is a daily discipline. The old programming will try to return. The doubts you've inherited from your past will try to whisper again. The world will continue to flood you with distractions, fear, and mediocrity, but you have the power to choose. You can reject anything that weakens you and embrace only what strengthens you. Over time, these conscious choices will transform your thinking so deeply that success-oriented thoughts become automatic. They will no longer be something you have to force, they will be who you are. When you take full control of your mental conditioning, you stop being a product of your environment and start being the creator of your destiny. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your vision are no longer shaped by chance. They are shaped by design. And that is when your life begins to follow the blueprint you have written for it. Willpower is the silent force that determines whether your dreams remain in your mind or become a reality you can touch. It is the master switch of destiny because it governs every choice you make, every action you take, and every step you either dare to move forward with or choose to avoid. Talent without willpower is wasted potential. Intelligence without willpower is unrealized possibility. Resources without willpower are useless tools lying idle. Willpower is the engine that turns your vision into progress, and without it, the finest plans collapse under the weight of hesitation and comfort. It is the inner command center that tells you to keep going when your body aches, when your mind doubts, and when the world seems indifferent to your efforts. Willpower steps in when motivation fades, because motivation is a feeling, but willpower is a decision. Feelings change with the wind, but a decision grounded in willpower stands unshaken by mood or circumstance. This is why those who strengthen their willpower rise higher than those who simply hope for things to get better. Strengthening your willpower is like building muscle. It grows with consistent use. Every time you push yourself to take the harder path, every time you choose discipline over distraction, every time you reject excuses in favor of action, you are reinforcing the master switch that controls the course of your life. Small victories build into massive inner strength, and with that strength, the challenges that once intimidated you become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Willpower also acts as a shield against the inevitable temptations and setbacks that life throws your way. Without it, a single moment of weakness can undo months of progress. But with it, you can stay on course even when the easier option calls out to you. You begin to value long-term achievement over short-term comfort, and that shift in focus changes everything. Your choices become intentional. Your habits align with your goals. Your actions consistently move you toward your desired future. What makes willpower so powerful is that it's not dependent on external circumstances. You don't need permission from anyone to strengthen it. You don't need luck or special opportunities to build it. It's entirely in your control, waiting to be developed every day. Even when resources are limited, even when you feel surrounded by obstacles, willpower can push you through doors that seemed locked and create opportunities that didn't exist before. Ultimately, willpower is the decisive factor between those who dream and those who achieve. It turns intention into persistence, persistence into progress, and progress into transformation. When you fully harness it, you stop waiting for the perfect conditions to arrive. You create them. You stop wishing for success. You pursue it relentlessly, and with the master switch firmly in your hands, you can direct your life toward the destiny you choose, rather than the one that happens by default. Obsession and mental discipline are the twin forces that turn ordinary effort into extraordinary transformation. Obsession is the fire that fuels an unwavering focus on your vision, the kind of focus that refuses to be distracted by noise, doubt, or the opinions of others. It's the deep, unshakable desire that keeps your dreams alive in your mind every waking moment, making them feel as urgent and real as the air you breathe. Without obsession, goals become optional. With it, they become inevitable because your mind cannot rest until they are achieved. But obsession alone is not enough. Without mental discipline, obsession can scatter your energy in 1,000 directions, leaving you burnt out and frustrated. Mental discipline acts as the structure, the unbreakable framework that channels your passion into deliberate, consistent action. It's the daily decision to focus on what matters most, to eliminate the distractions that dilute your efforts, and to stay true to your path even when it feels like progress is moving at a crawl. Discipline transforms raw desire into measurable results. True transformation begins when obsession and discipline work together in harmony. Obsession makes you hungry to achieve, while discipline ensures that hunger is directed toward the right actions day after day. It means you don't just dream of your goal, you design your life around it. Every choice, every habit, every ounce of energy is aligned with the outcome you seek. This level of focus rewires the way you think, shapes the way you act, and ultimately changes who you become. When you commit to obsession and discipline, setbacks lose their power to stop you. The challenges that crush others become fuel for your determination. You stop looking for shortcuts because you understand that mastery takes time, and you are willing to give that time without compromise. You develop patience without losing intensity, persistence without losing clarity. And while others quit when results don't appear quickly, you continue because your commitment is not based on instant gratification, it's based on the certainty that your consistent actions will eventually create the breakthrough you desire. Transformation is not a single event. It is the result of thousands of disciplined choices compounded over time, guided by an obsession so strong that failure feels impossible. You become immune to mediocrity because you no longer tolerate anything that pulls you away from your vision. The more you strengthen this mindset, the more you realize that your success is not dependent on luck or timing, but on your willingness to think, act, and live in complete alignment with your highest goal. In the end, obsession gives you the reason and discipline gives you the method. Together, they form a force that not only changes your results, but also changes you at the core. The person who begins the journey is never the same as the one who finishes it, because obsession and discipline forge you into someone capable of achieving far more than you once believed possible. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner world, a living reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions you carry within. Every experience, every relationship, and every result in your life begins in the unseen territory of your mind. If your inner world is filled with clarity, confidence, and a sense of purpose, your outer reality naturally begins to align with opportunities, people, and circumstances that support your vision. Conversely, if your inner space is cluttered with fear, doubt, and indecision, your external life will reflect that chaos no matter how hard you try to mask it with surface actions. The truth is, you cannot consistently produce outcomes that contradict your dominant thoughts. Success is not simply about what you do, it's about who you are being while you do it. Your actions are fueled by your mindset, and your mindset is shaped by what you allow yourself to think and believe every single day. A person who sees abundance in their mind will find ways to create it in the real world. A person who constantly focuses on scarcity will find themselves in situations that reinforce lack, even when opportunities are within reach. The state of your inner world determines how you interpret and respond to life. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as an obstacle, the other as an opportunity. The difference lies not in the event itself, but in the mental framework through which it is viewed. By strengthening your inner world with empowering beliefs and focused intentions, you change the way you process events, and in turn, you change the outcomes those events produce. Your environment also responds to the vibration you carry. People can sense whether you operate from fear or from certainty, and they respond accordingly. If you carry yourself with self-assurance and a clear